the Foursquare Show, and we are coming off the heels of the 2026 Foursquare World Championship, which just transpired only a few days ago at the time of this recording. We're recording this on the May 12th, the evening of May 12th. And what an experience as always. We'd like to just dive right in and talk about how everything went, the good, the bad, the ugly. I think obviously mostly good as always. Um, Unfortunately, again, I think as you all know, Dan was not able to make it this year, but Joe did make it, as did I. And we're going to review some game footage. We're going to look at some images. I want to hear Joe's just like very
No,
in-depth take on some of his maneuvers that he
no,
made. Yeah, oh,
no,
we're going there. We're
no.
going
I did not sign up for this.
there. Um, Joe, though, give me your high-level summary on how you feel things went, good things, things that we can work on.
Uh,
Did I surprise you with that
uh,
question? All
yes.
right, all
This
right.
is why I stuck at interviews. Let's see. Good things was all the players were so for last year we were at the Bridgton Town Hall, very cramped venue. Um, few feet from each court. People were running into each other. Game balls were hitting spectators, hitting players, etc. Um, so in a way, as a blanket statement, it was kind of a unsafe environment. Not trying to say like it needs to be banned. No, it's just if you're not paying attention, you're going to get hit by a ball, right? This year, as previous episodes, we stated that we're at the Lake Region High School. We had 10 feet from each court in every direction. We had more than 10 feet from the walls in some cases, more than 10 feet from the bleachers. There was plenty of seating. So the good aspect was a lot of good gameplay. Players were safe. Spectators were safe. We had decent media coverage. We had some new elements to the event this year. We had music playing. Um, it, Even though transitioning to the bad, we had around 50 people, 50 players show up, most of which was Whitefield Elementary. So shout out to all the students from there that came out and played their hearts out. Um, so aside from the not the low attendance, everyone had such a great time. So the vibe there was amazing, always positive. The ugly, I don't think there was really an ugly. I don't think.
Well, I'm
Oh,
gonna,
oh, here's another good thing. I did not hurt myself that bad this year.
well,
Definitely pulled a couple muscles.
let's take a look at a few
Oh
photos
God,
that I
no.
have because this is good, ugly, all into one. So, Joe, tell us what happened here. What?
I don't know. Like, you know how many times I was dive bombing to save? So yeah, I need to see some footage here because a still shot
Okay.
I
I
can't
mean,
help you.
I know there's some good footage where we have a nice slow-mo replay of you horizontal, fully off the ground. And I don't know when or where or why, but Eric
Like,
showed me a video
I'm
of some good
dive bombing
highlights.
left and right.
This is a good
Oh
one.
yeah, he's got it all set up. This is like when they surprise you in court with a bunch of evidence.
Well, yes, that's what's happening here. And I also want to just point out, Joe, your form, fantastic. Look at this. First of all, you got your knee pads here, which was definitely needed.
I was going to comment on the safety
And
as well. That's
safety
fantastic.
first. Safety
Well,
first.
I did knee pads because I already scuffed up my knee from the week prior from the training.
Joe
So,
showed up to the event with a black and blue. Can you show your finger? It's probably still pretty banged up. Can we see it?
Is it the middle one?
I'll doubt you see it. So
All right.
the day before the event, I was working on my car doing rear brakes, and long story short, the when I was trying to undo a bolt, my electric ratchet decided to make a sandwich of my thumb with the wheel stud, and you know how to in 0.1 seconds got extremely nauseous. Fantastic. 12 out of 10. Highly recommend it. And for those of you who are watching, that was sarcasm.
Nothing like a good crush injury.
You know, it was throbbing very much. And surprisingly, it did not affect my gameplay.
It's
Well, I was
amazing
gonna
what
say,
adrenaline.
how's the car? The
Yeah.
drivable?
I drove it. I drove it to the event. It's fine.
Excellent. There we go. That's the way to do it.
It's amazing what adrenaline will do. I don't think to Joe's extent, but I had a little minor injury as well on my foot, and I didn't even feel it at all until like after the fact. So adrenaline will go a long way. I just wanted to circle back on a few of the points, Joe, that you made, which I completely agree with. I have it noted here as well. The high school was just such a better environment in terms of safety, in terms of just overall, having enough space and all that stuff. We probably want to think about, I think it was Peter who mentioned this as well, maybe figuring out like some sort of signage for folks like myself that aren't used to going to Lake Region High School, because you do have to go to the literal back of the school to then enter.
I
And
haven't
if
been
you,
to Lake Region High School, but I know the ones down here are enormous with multiple entrances and
yeah,
things. And
yeah,
you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
am I going to the right part of it? Where am I
Yeah,
going
I had a
now?
few
Yeah.
people kind of come to me and be like, I went to the front and it was, I don't know what to, so yeah, just to make things easier. But that was great. I agree, the music, the vibe. I thought that the announcements that you spearheaded, Joe, and then I kind of assisted with like showing like demonstrations of some of the rules that you were going over. I thought that went over really well. The kids had good questions as well. It's always good to just make sure we're
Well,
all on the same page
a
heading
lot of
in.
their questions had to do because we were introducing a lot of new things
Right.
to them.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Yep. I also have it noted here that I thought that well, I guess it was new. The new serve rule that we have, where you had to be like from the half and back of square four. I thought all serving was great. It
I didn't
started
see
off the
any
game.
issues,
I saw no issues.
which
So I
I'm
thought
going
that
to
was
be
good.
honest, I don't think, trying to remember from last year, I don't think it really changed anything because a lot of people were pretty much centered in the square, maybe a little bit back. So,
I agree. I don't think it changed anything, but I think it's good to just have that be in like there and enforced. 2 years ago, I remember there being some like slammage types of serves and things like that. So it has been an issue in the past, and it certainly was not this time and probably the year before. The other thing I have as a positive, the out of play zone. Again, I thought it worked magnificent. I thought it was perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah, safety. I
Awesome.
think Dan and I know we did our little summertime testing and all that. And when we did the testing, I think we were playing around with 15 feet, 12 feet, even 8 feet, and we settled in on the 10-foot thing. And when we did our little tournament, like I think it came into play once or twice. And I think that's basically what happened at the championships. I don't think it impacted anyone other than men. And Joe, I think I may have seen you were the only one. Maybe there was one or two that I didn't see, but I think there was
no,
one
there
time
was a couple who,
was there? Okay.
which I want to talk about this in the next episode.
Where it got slammed. There, you said there were only a couple where it got slammed into the out of play zone or slammed too far away.
I only saw one or two where
Ooh.
where the ball hit.
I saw a few, about
Yeah.
4 or 5.
Okay.
But I do want to talk about that in the next episode, not today.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
and my other question on that, if we save it for next time, would
Yeah.
be not being there. It seemed like the level of competitiveness and ability to keep a rally going, and it seems like it was an enhancement to the game as opposed to a detraction
Yes.
to have that out of play zone there.
I think so,
Cool.
absolutely.
Made it a
Yes
little
and
more
no.
tactical instead of a little less straight power based.
I
Seems like
say
it was a
yes, but
positive advancement overall. We could talk about it next show too.
Yeah, it's got to be because we could spend an entire episode on this topic.
okay. Well, we will talk about that next time. In terms of things we need to maybe talk about in the future, and on top of that, or things that maybe we want to think about enhancing. I know, Joe, you had mentioned the possibility. So, Dan, we went back and forth on this already a few times. Air balls for the kids. Joe was mentioning that he's thinking that we want to bring air balls back for the kids. Actually, Joe, you literally got booed when you said when they asked you that question
No,
during
so
announcement.
what happened was when I was in talking about the rules that morning, both Eric and I made the decision to ban the double hand
Double handed.
spin because it's really more of a carry because you're in a way catching and then spinning at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's one of those ones that theoretically it is possible to do just in the same way that it's possible to hit it with two hands going forward, but it's really difficult to get right.
Yeah,
It's a really slippery slope and hard to
it
police,
is.
and without a good ref, it's tough to call people out. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
it's a hard one. It's a hard one.
So we banned that morning. A lot of kids hated it. Like I think 95% of them booed me, which is fine.
For what? Not being
And
able to break
then
the rules
we
anymore? Sorry.
we reinforced no, because we said this year no air balls for the kids. They did not like that. And during the championship, I was reffing the girls' championship round, and they were doing air balls like it was natural. And I felt bad for calling them out because they weren't had air balls been legal, the game could have kept going. They weren't doing anything wrong. They were playing it as everyone else would.
Yeah.
So that's why I turn around after the event to Eric. I'm like, we should reintroduce air balls for the kids because they're probably incorporating air balls into their school games or whatever. So
Yeah.
And
Let's
maybe, again, not to get too deep into it, but are there things that we could say servers call? Air balls are allowed here, not allowed there, depending on who's serving. And air balls in particular for me are something that it seems difficult to abuse. It seems difficult that I mean it seems like the person hitting the air ball, receiving it, and hitting it without the bounce is only putting themselves at a disadvantage. So it's one of those things that maybe we could allow, and maybe we do have the option to have rules shifting, almost like home field advantage in baseball. It's not a different
I
game, but
mean,
depending on where you are.
if we go the shifting, like a per server,
Certainly got its issues as well.
if we go off that, server rules, we'll go off what you just mentioned, then that kind of contradicts the overall championship rules for the event.
Yep.
So for the event, we just say air balls for everyone. Everyone can do it. And it's not like every person's doing air balls. It's whether the opportunity presents itself and if you take said opportunity.
Yeah.
It's not like, I don't know, when I was playing, I was barely doing air balls, only if the opportunity was right for the moment. So,
yeah.
And there's also I know we've talked about saving and whether saving someone is allowed. There's the view that hitting an air ball is saving the person who hit it at you by preventing it from going out of bounds. So that would be a point against allowing them. And I
Let's
think it's just any number of ways that
but
people
again,
play and go, how do you do it?
so yeah,
let's
that's just another topic for another
yeah.
day.
Yeah, let's I
So
got
what else
no
do you want to talk about from the event, Eric?
noting all these things for us to deep dive into at a future time for sure. Um, we do want to make sure we add in more time for court setup. I know that Joe and I were kind of up against the clock on that, so we'll make sure that's built in. Um, I think we want to probably change round one and round two's timing. Round one was 45 minutes, round two, 25 minutes. I think we need to make
How
them
is that
like
any different?
30
Yeah,
each.
but
Sorry.
what was it like last year?
That's what we did. That's what we've done the last few years is round 145. But I did get some complaints about that, and I do feel like, especially for the kids, 45 minutes can be a lot without a water break and so I go to the
Well,
bathroom and all that stuff.
what's stopping them from getting water during the round? Like if you're waiting in line, just go get water.
Yeah,
I could
but with a
see, especially
kid,
for just getting out of line and
yeah.
then getting in the
So
back, and it could be games.
so
But
with that being said, this is kind of why I personally like the whole you get a point per serve, right? Because if you're
that
not
encourages you to stay in the game
right,
instead
so
of encouraging you to stay out of it.
exactly. So, it's a double-edged sword, whichever way you go. You get points for getting out, or you get points for serving, right? So it's
So what's the issue though with just changing round 1 to 30 and round 2 to 30? Like I mean I think that's a pretty easy fix, no?
so for me, it's more gameplay. Like me
Well, but it's the
personally,
same
I only
gameplay.
play
45 versus 20 or well then we split whatever. So what did
I
45 and
think it was
25
what,
is
45 and 25. So this year you did 45 and 15
yeah, that
for an
gets
hour.
altered. Yeah. Yeah.
And then last year it was what, 45, 25?
Or maybe 20, something like that. Basically whatever it is, we just split it in half. So you get the same gameplay. It's just
Oh,
whatever we decide it is, we just
none.
split it in half.
Well, if we go based off semantics of what we initially scheduled, which was 45, 25, that's
70 minutes.
yeah, 70 minutes. Okay. Wanted to make sure I actually did the quick math.
Yeah.
It's 70 minutes, right? So
split it
but
35,
now
30.
if you do 30-30, we're reducing it 10 minutes, which
Yeah.
you can get a decent amount of gameplay in 10 minutes personally.
No, yeah,
And
I mean,
for
I was
someone
just
who only
speaking
plays once a year, I want
right
to get as much in as
as much as
possible.
absolutely, and I'm
And
right there
so
with you on
for
that.
me, it's
I was just speaking like off the cuff, like it was that
right.
so 35 is fine. Honestly, I'd be fine with 40.
Oh, 35,
The
30,
more the
whatever.
better. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Um,
I think we want to
but
split it in half and try to manage like to the kids a little bit with that.
Or
I
you
mean,
do 25, 25, 25,
or yeah, or something
do
else.
three
Yeah,
gen
just
rounds.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably just more a function of the amount of time we have
yep,
rather than the
Yeah.
structure itself.
yeah.
Well,
So
again, that could be
more to
a
come.
separate. Yep.
Cool. Okay. And so what else do I want to talk about? Well, let me show you what else I want to talk about. I'm not done
I
analyzing
swear
the
to God,
maneuvers.
if you share the photo of me laying on the ground,
All right. Tell me what happened here. Now you can
Pretty sure
see
this
this
was
is me.
modeling.
Oh yeah. I mean, Joe's out of here. All right. So this is me right
really?
here, and I'm like you can tell I'm attracted right now. Like what is happening?
Okay, you
You were
don't
over
say
in
that,
this other court.
Eric. No, hold, pump the brakes there, guy.
Or have you guys ever
Things
seen
not to say
the
for 1,000. That.
have you guys ever seen the Seinfeld with George and the photos that he sends to get developed? Because that's the pose that Joe is holding right there.
That was me dive bombing for a ball, and I somehow spun, and I ended up in that position
Yeah.
because you know what?
You were
I'm a class
spinning.
clown.
It was awesome.
And folks, just to let you know, despite me being that silly, I did make it to the championship round. So
I mean, I'm poking fun at you, but honestly, okay, I left this out.
oh
My
oh
highlight, my highlight.
I Peter is a dick for this. And if he's
Yeah,
watching it, Peter, you're
I saw
a
this
dick
one.
for this.
I saw this
I'm going to
one.
show this just in a moment here, but I want to just finish that. My highlight, in addition to just the overall fun and being there with my daughter who came and my son, Joe, you, like I mean, you won Spirit of the what was it, Spirit of the Game award, and
I don't know.
rightfully
I
so.
call it the participation award.
Well, you were, I mean, we're showing some still images. We're going to show a couple of videos here, and Joe, please feel free to chime in with just again what was going on in your mind during this. Let's show it. Here we go. This was, I believe this was round one or round two. As you can see, we got Peter here in square three. I think it was Jack in square one,
Yep,
myself in
Jack.
square two. You can get a little feel of how everything was going too. In the background, we got the girls and we got the boys over here. Here we go. Let's take a look at this round. There's no audio, by the way.
This is horrible footage there, guy.
Hey, I didn't take the footage. I didn't take the footage. All right, here we go. So look at that. Bam. All right, let's look at that a bit. Okay, first of all,
The
I want you
motion
to
is
take a look.
impressive.
I want you to take a look. When I saw you out of your square, I actually gave you a chance to get it, which you did. But Peter was, here we go. There's the chance right there. I mean, that's a little bit of a lob, right? I could have slammed you out right there, Joe. But bam, look at
that would have went out 10
dive.
feet.
Look at that. And then Peter, yeah, no. Now look at you.
Big move.
You're on your head. Bam. And now look at you. There's the ball. You're defeated.
Oh yeah, because once I saw that, I'm
And
like,
now you're down.
I'm not getting that. That's just a cheap shot, dick.
All right, we got to look at one more. Let's look at one more. Let's look at this one. No, this isn't where I want to look. Oh,
Are you
this is
doing the
it. All right.
volume? Okay,
This is
one,
it. I
you
wanna
need to
talk
see how
about
many
this one.
times you got yourself out and I kept playing it.
I want to talk about that because I've already looked at this footage. The answer is one. And by the way, you also got yourself out once. We both kept playing. All right. This is a 17 hit volley in the championship round between Joe and I. Look at the other players, by the way. They were just waiting for us to hit it to them. And by the way, do you believe in the fantasy gods? Anyone raise your hand if you believe in the fantasy gods. I do. I
Play
believe
the
in the
footage.
fantasy gods.
Play the
All right,
footage.
because the fantasy gods made it right. Let's see
Play
what
the
happened here.
footage.
All right, that was a line. That was a line. You hit the line first.
I can't see the
All right,
footage
all
is
right.
so
Yeah,
choppy.
It's
All
too
right.
choppy for me to be able
It's
to see it.
choppy. Dang it. All right. Let me see if I can slow it down a little. Okay, let me go back. This strike right here landed directly on the line. And then my return shot was also a line shot. Next one. This one, right, line. Two lines. We kept going.
I can't.
kept playing. There are no other lines at all. Look at us go. Bam, bam, bam. And then little hip shot right there. What do you got? What do you think? Why did we do that, by the way? It's hard
I
to
know
tell.
I saw a couple lines from you, but with the footage that's there, I can't tell because of how choppy it is.
All right, go. It's hard because maybe there's a little bit of delay with what's going on. I reviewed the footage. Go ahead and go take a look at the footage on YouTube. You will see that you hit a line first.
But another thing is, it's also tape and perspective, right?
Sure.
Because that's the one thing that I told all the officials. It's like the hardest thing is going to be calling lines depending on where you're standing. If you're not standing perpendicular to it, it's going to be hard to catch. Because what I could see is line from my side may not be line for you.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
this is where we need we had talked about the Hawkeye system from tennis. I think the automated ball strike system may even be better, getting all the cameras around.
But also, you're using 2-inch tape, right?
Should we be using thinner tape?
Hypothetically, yeah, that would help.
I think so. I mean,
but
it would be.
That's
It reduces the grays
We
of the
could
gray area.
we could go down to 1 inch. Yeah. I mean, I
Wait,
think that's what
how thick is it that we're using now?
that
I
was
think
two
this was
inch.
2 inch. Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
2 inch floor
I don't
tape.
think it needs. I was thinking like quarter inch,
No, then you could that. I think that's a little too thin.
I'm cool
probably.
with 1 inch.
Yeah, I mean 1 inch. I mean that's still some pretty thick tape.
Yeah. Well,
Or
bottom line is go take a look at the footage. You'll see that there's a double line situation that occurred. In terms of any other hits, it didn't look like there was anything else that should have been called, but you're right. It could be a matter of perspective, angle, view. Bottom line was that was an amazing volley between you and I. I'm glad it happened, and I'm glad we played on.
I don't know why you're playing hot potato with me. I didn't want the ball, and you kept giving me the ball.
You
And I
kept giving it
told you
back to
in the
me.
game.
You
I kept telling you, I
went
don't
somewhere
want the
else with
ball. You could have hit it to the guy next to you.
it. So couldn't you? And then
No,
you could've
because
done
you
one of
kept
these.
hitting it in a way I couldn't shove it to the
Oh,
side.
I'm controlling the way you hit.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I mean you could do it. The only, I mean I didn't see the volley very well, but the only place Joe could send it was back to Eric.
Maybe you were doing that to me. Maybe it was the only place I could hit it.
No, I was trying to set you up to get it to the other side.
So you were
Oh.
collaborating and you admit it. You just didn't take
No.
the bait.
No.
You were just trying to get it out of your own court.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
No, why?
Well, Joe, you definitely were like the most flashy player, which I thought was excellent. I have to be honest with you, like I don't like to give away. I know Brittany mentioned this on our last call, on our last meeting, our last show. She didn't want to give away a lot of secrets with strategies and things like that. And I think we all somewhat feel the same way. But I will say, like, I definitely, and this was intentional going in. I embodied my assassin nickname when it came to my strategy. I didn't do anything that was flashy. I was just trying to like not have the attention be on me, and I was just doing whatever I needed to do to like stay alive. There were a couple times I wanted to do something like I wanted to do or behind the back or under the leg. I was thinking about it, but when you do that, it puts you at risk because one, it puts the attention on you, and two, it could put you out of position for like the return. So that was a little bit of behind the scenes of my personal strategy. But Joe, did you have anything going in, or you were just winging it?
I'm not sure he's going to give up his secrets.
Yeah, or yeah. Hey, if you want to plead the
Yeah.
fifth,
No, I'm trying to. What's the best way to word this? And appropriately here. I guess for a lack of better words, no strategy.
winging it, winging it.
You know, yeah, we're just gonna say that we're gonna be appropriate and not say some weird stuff.
How's your body feeling? How's your knees? How's your back? I mean, we saw some of the poses that you ended up in more than once. I'm a little banged up.
I mean, I iced the body up and slept with the heat pad on my back. I was fine.
Well, it's
Next
a great
day, I was out moving wood and all that, so
All right.
I was fine.
It's a great workout, by the way. If you're I mean, it's a fantastic cardio workout. You're getting leg movement, agility. I mean, every part of your body. So, you know, just my little recruit action there. But anything else to mention before we call it a show? I know we're gonna be doing a lot of behind the scenes planning and already thinking ahead to next year, and we're hoping to nail down a date way earlier this year than what happened this past year. So anything else that we want to mention? Any final thoughts? Any questions from you, Dan, since you weren't
to
there?
next year and getting it all planned out.
So the gentleman who won the championship last year did not. He wasn't runner up this year.
No, he came
right?
in third.
No. Yep.
Bryce. Yeah.
I actually saw him years ago, back when I was at Bridgton Academy.
He's been there for a while.
I happened to go through Square 4 website through all the old photos, and I have actually played against him years ago when he was Still taller than me, but still a wee lad.
Yeah, I believe he's been doing this for a very long time,
Yep.
and he's a great player. Obviously, he won last year, and he came in third this year. And honest, yeah, I actually sure give a little shout out to Bryce. There he is, right here. He's a tall glass of water. Very athletic,
Yeah, I remember from
powerful,
last year.
quick. Yeah. Um, cool. Okay. Well, feel free to visit foursquareworldchampionship.org. We're in the process of getting all the results and champions pick images and all that stuff up. Feel free to submit a question through the blog. Look out for future shows. Hopefully we'll, looking to do this maybe about once a month. I think you heard some teaser stuff of topics we're going to look to discuss earlier in the show. Um, until next time, Joe, ice down those knees. We'll talk.
They're good. Tomorrow's leg day.
All right. Well, then we're gonna have to. We're gonna try to get a summer tournament going too. By the way, I gotta follow up with you guys on a date and stuff. So more to come on that. Maybe we'll film that. Maybe we'll do some experiments again during that time. So be on the lookout for that. Hope everyone has a good rest of the night. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all the things.
Talk to you guys later.
Toodles.